Everybody, Andrew Levine here, aka Andrarchy, and I just wanted to provide an update on the fourth day on the ketogenic diet. I had a kind of a breakthrough today, which is that when I woke up this morning and tested my ketone levels, I found that I was still in ketosis. Now, up until today, when I would measure my ketone levels in the morning, they would be back down to trace levels. I wasn't in ketosis anymore, which makes sense. I'd only been on the diet for 3 days. So, and everything I'd heard before was that it generally takes between 5 and 7 days of fasting in order to get into a state of ketosis. And then after that, continuing on the ketogenic diet will keep your body in ketosis, in fat burning mode, in the mode where it uses ketones as fuel, and you get the benefits that that provides, which I will discuss in the post that will accompany this video. There'll be a link in the description below. I go into a little more detail about the diet, why I think it's a diet that people should consider, and why I think it's the people's diet. But this is meant to just be a little update. As of now, I'm well in ketosis. I'll include an image of the test strip in the post. I'm sorry, it is technically a urine strip, which does mean that I peed on it, but I don't have any other way of measuring it. I just want to show you guys what it looks like and how you can tell, how easy it is to tell, and what the whole process is like, and also prove that I am in fact in ketosis. And as of right now, I have no other way of doing that. So I apologize. I'm not intending it to be gross, but I also do think it's kind of funny that I'm showing you guys all something that I've peed on. I'm sorry, I think that's funny. So what I've been doing is supplementing with 1 packet of Keto OS a day. At first, so I might have actually been able to get into ketosis for the long term faster, but on my first day, I only had half of a packet because I was admittedly dumb and misunderstood the instructions. My girlfriend read them and pointed out my stupidity, and she's definitely right. It says, for therapeutic use, 1 daily serving. For optimal performance, 2 servings. I thought that that meant for optimal performance, you could have 1/2 of this in the morning and 1/2 at night. And that would be 2 servings. Obviously what it means is 2 packets a day for optimal performance. So on the second day, I started having the full packet. And then on the third day, I had another full packet. And what I did was I just had bulletproof coffee in the morning, not brand name bulletproof coffee, just my coffee, which is Death Wish coffee. It's got a lot of caffeine in it. Then some ghee, butter for the extra fatty acids. And then keto MCT oil, which is highly ketogenic. I now realize that I probably didn't need to do both. So I only bought 3 packets of Keto OS because it's expensive and I wanted to see how it went and to see if I could actually stick to the diet. Another part of this thing is that I love candy, I love sugar, and I wanted to try the diet to see if maybe it would get me to moderate my sugar consumption. And it has. I consumed 1 Skittle. My girlfriend got a bag of Skittles and I had the willpower to just say, no, only 1. And I think that's because I was on the diet. I didn't want to betray the diet and I wanted to be able to continue making videos and posts about this. So it helped limit my sugar consumption, and that's continued on. I barely had any desserts. I'll just have a bite. If there's bread at the table, I'll just have a bite just to satisfy that, that urge, but not enough to raise my glucose levels enough to kick me out of ketosis. So now that I'm out of Keto OS, what I did was I opted to buy Keto, which is something like $67 for a month's worth of servings. But it doesn't look like I'm actually going to need it because my body is already staying in ketosis. So all I did this morning was have bulletproof coffee with keto MCT, and we'll see if I'm still in ketosis right now. We'll see if tomorrow I wake up and I'm still in ketosis then, in which case I'll just have the keto kind of lying around. And if this proves to be a reliable indicator of what it's like to get on, to get into ketosis, then what I might wind up doing is doing something like a month on, a month off, because this was really a breeze. There was really no fasting involved because of the supplements. I mean, what happens is you have the bulletproof coffee, you have 12 ounces of this, what's basically like an electrolyte drink. It suppresses your appetite. I didn't eat anything else, or maybe I'd have a handful of almonds, and then I'd wait till dinner to have a complete meal, which would be a ketogenic meal, lots of fat, lots of protein, no carbs, leafy greens. I've been eating more spinach and kale, which I hate, but I'll be so hungry at that point that I'll actually consume it, or my body is so ready for food. Hunger is suppressed, but it's not totally gone. But the beauty of this system is that you don't have to fast. I'm just kind of adding an intermittent fasting element into it because I believe I heard that helps accelerate your entry into ketosis. And now I'm on day 4. Sorry, that's my cat making that noise. But now I'm on day 4 and I'm already in ketosis, and so I think that's a good sign. Also, my energy levels are great. My cognitive function is great. I feel energetic. I'm not, nothing superhuman, not limitless or anything, but I feel good. And last night I couldn't even fall asleep. This guy. It's like when I start filming these videos, they like to start making noise. Yeah, my energy levels are good. I tried to go to bed at 12 last night. I couldn't fall asleep, but I have trouble falling asleep generally. So I don't know if that had anything to do with the diet. I've heard that people sleep less. I think I've also heard that insomnia can be a problem. But the people I've heard say they sleep less don't say it's a bad thing. They just say they don't need as much sleep. So, and the fact that I feel energetic, I have done some work behind me. I wrote the post that's going to accompany this video. I've done quite a bit on maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So I think that's a good sign, assuming that the problems with my sleep aren't long term. And one of the biggest benefits that I see that you might not necessarily think of right away is that it has improved my confidence in that I now feel more in control of my body, more in control of what I eat, being able to say no to those Skittles. I mean, I love Skittles, I love chocolate, I love ice cream. Being able to say no to those things and see how easy it is. I mean, I never would have said this before, but I think, and I'm not speaking for everybody else, I'm just speaking from my own personal perspective here, it's not that hard to say no to these things. For me, it's always been hard because I'm not overweight. So I don't have that, I shouldn't eat that otherwise. So kind of paradoxically, me not having a weight problem makes me more indulgent in sugary foods, and my energy levels are all over the place, my cognitive function is all over the place, and from everything I've seen and read about the ketogenic diet, at the very least, it has a stabilizing effect. It has a stabilizing effect on your brain chemistry, it has a stabilizing effect on your blood sugar and insulin levels. It's just, it seems like a more even and clean fuel to run on, and so far that's all looking to be true. So I'm happy to announce that I'm in ketosis. It feels very similar to not being in ketosis, but it's only day 4. So yeah, so far the diet's going really well. I'm obviously not an expert in it. I'm definitely not giving any nutritional or medical advice for any of you out there. I'm just trying to share my perspective, share my experience with this diet, and hopefully give you valuable information in case you're considering it for yourself. All right, have a good day.